I have what I would call an explorer's bias. But I'm sure there's some actual historical name for it, like, I don't know, like gold fever or something. Like, they had the gold rush and all the people ran out there and they're like, I'm going to get myself some gold. I mean, it sounds retarded. Like, it just sounds so stupid. But, I mean, that is, if I'm being honest with myself, if I'm being honest with the Lord, with, with everybody, that is exactly how my brain is wired. Okay, I have that illness, the great syndrome. It just something's twisted in my wiring. Okay, I've always seen it this way. An undesirable place. If you're willing to go to an undesirable place, well, then obviously you're going to make some gains. You know what I mean? Courage is not just an admirable trait, but you need to take risks to reap the rewards, right? So, duh, if you take a ton of risk and if you take an unbelievable amount of risk, you will receive an unbelievable amount of gain. This is just common sense. But I mean, at a certain level, it does make sense. Because, I mean, think about it like this. I mean, okay, the gold rush, I think we can all agree that the gold rush was deranged. Okay, just completely mind-numbingly stupid, right? Unless you were going out there to, like, I don't know, get into, like, an industry that would go alongside with that. Like, I don't know, if you're getting into hotels or something. I don't fucking know. But from a logical standpoint, right? Strictly from an analytical point of view. Let's say you're going fishing, right? Do you want to go fishing at the dock with like 6 people on it? Or do you want to go, fishing by, I don't know, not on a dock maybe, but just like on a little alcove? I don't even know what that word means, if I'm being honest. What I'm trying to use that word to describe is like a little jutting landmass, not really a dock, like it doesn't draw the eyes, but it serves kind of the same purpose as a dock. You'd probably go there if nobody else is there, right? Because you're thinking, am I really going to catch a fish with 6 other people fishing right next to me? No way. Absolutely no way. So it makes sense, right? Go to somewhere that other people aren't looking, right? So that's just, the simplest ever path to victory, right? You go to an undesirable place and you're expecting to make big money. Because obviously you would. It's the only logical conclusion that one could draw. Nobody else wants to go here. So the few people that do go here, well, they're going to be in gold in gold robes, obviously. And the only reason they aren't is because, they spend it all like gambling or whatever, because they're idiots or something like that. I don't know. I mean, the perception of oil workers is that they're all like mentally ill lobotomites, right? So you're thinking, well, I mean, if they're getting paid that much, surely I can just not squander my earnings and actually have money. That'd be great. But then so you're like, okay, I'm going to go to this city here, big oil city, right? You go there, and then you're like, wait a minute. Nobody's recruiting here for oil. This city that you went to is built for the workers that already got hired there. They don't recruit from there. Nobody wants to live there. You picked an undesirable place. Like, why would you recruit from a place that nobody wants to be? Does that make sense? Why would you recruit from a place? Okay, yeah. I don't know. I thought I made some like minor grammatical error right there, but I did not. So yeah, I mean, you go out there, you go on down to Funtown, and it's just like, dude, what the hell? I went to your doorstep. Like, why am I not getting hired to one of these cool jobs? It's because if you're a recruiter, why would you set up shack in the middle of nowhere? Like, you're not going to get many bites in an undesirable place. No, you go to the desirable place and you wave around a fat check and you're like, who wants to come to Shitville? I will pay you many millions to come over to Shitville and shovel this shit into this, you know what I mean? That's how they do it. They don't, nobody's going to be like, oh, I would love to go to Shitville. I'm going to move to Shitville just because I want to shovel shit. No, like you are the freak. You are the freak. You are the weirdo. You're trying to skip the damn middleman is what you're trying to do. No, you go to a place that people want to be, then you happen to talk to the right person, then they take you on down to Shittown, right? I mean, it's depressing though. You're like, well, I took the initiative. I came here. I came to exactly where you wanted me to go. Or should have wanted me to go. As close as possible to your operation, and they're not even hiring there. It's horrific. I mean, nobody tells you this. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that in school. It's a real tragedy. The reality is, you need to have something to do somewhere, or else nobody will stay there. And that causes all sorts of problems. If nobody wants to stay somewhere, then nobody's going to recruit from there. Nobody's going to... There's going to be a lot of things that don't happen there. If you want to manufacture stuff, where are you not going to go? A place that nobody wants to be. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to make my minnow packaging plant, right? And yeah, let's just put this in Siberia. Like, what? Why? You're not going to get anybody to work your awful, terrible, middle of nowhere factory. Like, what are you thinking, dude? So, yeah. You guys, you gotta go to a place that, like, people want to go. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't know. It just seems so wrong, though. It's like the fishing spot. What do you mean I have to go to the place with 6 other people fishing? Unbelievable. So if you end up skipping the middleman, if you're just like, oh, I'm just going to go on down to Grinchtown, you're just going to end up fighting over like the few little service jobs that they have. The people glazing the balls of the workers who are working the job that you wanted. Because that's all the city exists for. It's just like, you know, you throw the wife and gremlins in there, and then they squander your money. Or if you don't have any wife or gremlins, then you know, you just squander the money on your own by like gambling or something when you get your 2 days off after your 300 days working the coal mines. Or I don't know how it works. I wish I knew how it worked. Give me one of these weird cool jobs in the middle of nowhere. It'd be so, I don't know, maybe swag isn't the right word. Probably, I don't know, badass. That doesn't really fit either. Aesthetic, I think, would probably be the closest you could get. But, yeah. I mean, the problem is like, this is what really got me. Is like, I just had the thought of like, okay, so what if it did work, though? What if it worked great? What if I came down here, I got the job, and I went out for like, I don't know, like a month or something. Like a couple months. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I've heard like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off or something like that. That's what one person said. And they just heard it from another person. It's so stupid. It's like, this is Oilville, and nobody can even tell me how people get oil. It sucks. So, yeah, I mean, what would happen? So you get your millions, your earnings, right? Then what are you going to do? You're just going to get plopped right back in this miserable oil town? Like, what the fuck? I mean, that sucks. What do you, I mean, you're just going to end up like all these oil workers, man. You wonder why they blow all their money. What else are you going to do? You're like, okay, I just made $10,000 and I'm in this like literal hell, like oil town that sucks so fucking bad. You know what? You gonna buy a plane ticket to Timbuktu or something? You know, go live in Cambodia where your money will be like 10 times more valuable. You know, I don't know. I just never thought about stuff like that. You know, it's just like, oh, obviously I'll get the Oilville job, and then I'll get some kind of job or something. I mean, obviously they'll need people to work in this place that nobody wants to go to. I mean, the problem is that what you don't think is that there are people that are going to be stuck in here, and there are people that are going to be unwilling to leave because that's just how people are. Most people are unwilling to leave whatever dog shit area they're in for whatever reason, family, blah, 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 right? Those few people are going to be strangling each other, clawing at each other for whatever cushy service jobs there are. Even like a fast food job. Dude, it's the worst thing I've ever experienced. Like, it's fucking awful. Like, why is it so why is it so difficult to get a shitty job? This place fucking sucks, you know? But yeah. Give me a second, my thing. Okay. So yeah, that's the issue. You get off with all your money. What are you gonna do, right? So what you need is a place to call home, and you need to have enough time to talk to people and actually get a deal. Because listen, man, okay, you can say whatever you want. An apartment, right? An average apartment, and by average I mean as cheap as possible. I've seen like $500 for an apartment, right? If you like go through like an actual company, right? $500 for a month is just like one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. You know, you can buy with $500 a lot. You can buy a lot with $500. Quite a lot, as a matter of fact. So you need to actually talk to human beings. I know, horrific. You need to talk to your fellow man, and you need to find a deal. You need to just, what you need to do, never go to somebody and say, I mean, this is a whole separate video, but never go to somebody and say, hey, do you have like a place that I could stay for cheap? No. Go up to them and ask, do you know of anybody that has a place for cheap? Because it's just that simple shift in language just makes it seem like you're not like trying to prey upon them. You know what I mean? Like, it's not them specifically that you're trying to get something from. And also, it's just a bad idea because the chances of that being the actual person that has it is just like 0%. They're just going to probably, I don't know, it's like calling one of those stupid hotlines. They're just going to transfer you, and then maybe you get some sort of, you know, successful outcome where they actually do whatever it is that you want them to do, right? So, but yeah, that's what you need to do. Okay, listen, there's always a better deal. Life's all about making a deal. You know, the art of the deal is truly just the key to the human experience. But like the best analogy, I just came up with this analogy and I just wanted to say it. So yeah, the way I say it is, money needs a wallet to put it in. You know what I mean? What's the point of collecting your winnings if you don't have a briefcase to put your winnings in? You know, pretty stupid. So yeah, you need an actual setup that isn't going to end up bleeding you dry once you actually get money. But how do you get a deal if you don't have money, right? So here's the takeaway, guys. Here's the takeaway. Here's the moral at the end of the story. Move to where you actually want. What a shocker. Move to somewhere that you would actually want to live. Like, move to somewhere that's really cool that you'd want to live. Somewhere with activities to do. Because listen, guys, nobody wants to live in a city where there's nothing to do, okay? So you need to move to somewhere where there's stuff to do, where people actually want to stay. I don't care what it is, hiking, beaches, I don't know, monuments, you know, skiing, what are those things in Canada, the, like, hot springs, you know, you got hot springs, I don't know, water sports, you know, just, there's got to be reasons to live in the place that you're going to, guys. So, I mean, it'll just make everything better. The people there will be happier. There will be more jobs because people actually want to come there, and then you'll get like a hospitality industry and everything, right? Go there. Go to where you actually want to settle down. Get a cushy fucking job. Get a nice cushy job. And meet people. And that's probably how you will get the cushy job, by meeting people. You have to meet a ton of people. Talk to people, get the cushy job, talk to even more people, and figure out how to get that weird remote job that you want with all the swag that you could ever dream of, you know? And that's how you do it. Oh, wait, I skipped a step, actually. So get the cushy job, then get like some kind of apartment. What you're going to want to do, theoretically, is work out a deal with somebody where it's like, okay, I'm going to pay this much a month, right? And it's hopefully not that much. But then you're going to be like, when I'm not here, when I'm not around, like, and my stuff's just going to be sitting in here, I want you to reduce the cost of the rent, okay? Because it would be better. So, and then you can go off and, you know, go to Mars, go on your expedition to Mars, and then 50 years later you can come back, dust off the cobwebs, and have somewhere to put your Martian skulls from the great conquest of Mars, right? Epic. Don't do what I did. Do not, absolutely do not get, or in any way get some sort of transportation to a fucking place that nobody wants to be at, that is just a landing pad for fucking assholes to put their shitty families in while they go off and do some job in the middle of nowhere, right? That place that you move to, nobody's going to be recruiting from there. Nobody's going to be happy there. There's just, don't go there. Okay, do not go there. I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you. Go to some sort of like cool city that is actually epic, and then talk to the right people, and then actually go, like, you're going to want them to bus you out or fly you out or whatever to wherever it is, okay? Listen, if they're not going to fly you out, if they're not going to bus you out, the company or whatever isn't big enough. They're going to make you pay for a lot of stuff, okay? They're going to make you pay for your own transportation to work, probably. Okay, no. If you want an all expenses paid, take me to Nigeria and have me dig for blood diamonds type experience, okay? This is what you want. Do not go there and expect to just, like, that's just, you're thinking wrong, okay? And I forgive you because I did the exact same thing. And I'm just hoping maybe one person will watch this video and go, damn, I almost did that. Yeah, good thing I avoided that. So anyway, go down to the fun zone and type something out. Press the buttons. Press so many buttons, guys. I'll see you around. I make more videos like this. Watch them.